All right, what's happening, everybody? Bisky and Tates podcast live on video today, mostly because Lewis is some narcs and they're closed for the summer. So,
yeah,
we're looking to get audio equipment. But in the meantime, we thought the best thing to do would be to do a video podcast today. We are in Bisky's car.
Hell yeah!
This is the whip.
The whip's Goodliuski. That's how we get to and from the studio.
Oh my god, look, a bug on the window.
I like how in video you can peep our cool.
Look at this shit, yo. Look at these Bisky and Tates hats. Yo, we already have our 15 minimum, so we're gonna start collecting money soon. For people that said they did want to buy some. If you still want to buy one, let us know as soon as possible, because the sooner you let us know, the easier it'll be for us to get you on. After we buy this batch, we might have to wait for like 10 more to buy another batch. So,
also, if you don't already, like our Facebook page. If you don't like us on Facebook, like our Twitter page. If you haven't liked us on Twitter, we'll follow. You can follow us on Spotify, and you can swallow us.
Wow.
I mean, you could do that if you want to, but if you also want to follow us on Apple Podcasts. And remember, it's not the Apple Music app; it's the Apple Podcast app.
Yes, there's a big difference. Don't go on Apple Music. We're not on there. We don't make music. We just make.
We're just
love.
Musically inclined.
Yeah, that works too.
I like you're actually.
Yeah. So
we make love.
So cool. So follow us there. Let us know if you want these awesome Bisky and Tates hats. They're available in different colors, whatever color you want. So if you want a pink one, you want a pink one, right?
Oh hell yeah.
He's going with the pink ones. So
well, I feel like it's like MLB during breast cancer. The breast cancer month, they're like,
I like that.
Or like on Mother's Day, they got the pink. So like, if it's like, I feel like it would be a good hat for a special occasion.
For sure.
Know?
No, absolutely. I really like that. So, show today that we're going to be doing initial reaction to the NBA draft lottery. Of course, you can tell by this Philadelphia 76ers jersey. Bisky is a very big basketball fan. He's a very big Evan Turner fan, actually, I heard.
Yeah, this jersey was $6, so I got it.
This one was $9. It's not as cool. It's just a USA Soccer shirt.
It's alright. I just trying to imagine the debauchery that's happened in this shirt.
Well, if Evan Turner's name's on it, you know shit went down.
Yeah.
So, last night, as Bulls fans, we were both very disappointed to learn the Bulls are drafting number 7 in the draft. Fuck Garpax. You fucking deserve this, you bitches.
I can't help but agree with the sentiment of that.
Yep.
Like,
y'all deserve nothing good. You should not have lucked into Derrick Rose. I'm happy you didn't luck into Zion Williamson. Quit fucking up our franchise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like there's still like the first and second picks of this draft. There's a number 1 best player. There's a number 2 best player, and then you could even say there's a number 3 best player.
Sure. 1, 2, and 3 we know after that.
And then everything after that, it's like crapshoot. So like, you know, Zion, Ja Morant, then RJ Barrett, then who? So like, it kind of puts us in a position where like we might have a guy that we think is going to fall to us. We might not.
I mean,
so like there's going to be 3 people that are going to be picking ahead of us and have choice of the best players in that group. And while I do like the sentiment of Garpax saying like, oh well, we like more than 7 players in this draft. I'm like, well, here's the thing is I don't care if you like them. We don't need a guy who could score 13 points.
Yeah,
like the point of drafting a Zion or RJ Barrett or a Ja Morant is you're hoping you can have a guy that can score over 20 points a game.
Franchise
can be an all-star.
Exactly.
You know, and while we do have some of those guys, I think Zach LaVine has a lot of potential.
Yeah,
he's played very well.
Point per game score.
Larry Markkinen, I feel like after his sophomore slump, is going to come back even stronger.
His sophomore slump was 20 and 10. I mean, they got a great player there. Wendell Carter proved he could play defense and is not scared of other centers in the NBA, which is really good. And Otto Porter on a good night is a really good scorer. So
yeah, and I mean, you know, Chris Dunn. People complain about him. I like Chris Dunn
as a backup.
He definitely has some work to do. I feel like he could be a guy that, not necessarily that he's a backup, but he's like a role player. He can play defense. He's very good at defensively. He has some good offensive games. He has some explosive plays that I feel like really like amp the team up and get momentum moving. So he's a good guy to have. And I mean, you know, if you know a little bit about his backstory, like he's one of those guys that you know, went through a lot and has been through a lot of hardship. And I feel like he's the type of guy that you want when the going gets tough because he knows how to deal with adversity. And I feel like that's something that is very valuable to have on a team,
For
especially
sure.
one that you're looking to bring to the playoffs for the first time, and it's kind of a whole new staff.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's talk about players that they might be going for here at the 7th pick. Of course, we'll also talk about trade possibilities, but for the number 7 pick, the name of the Bulls were saying before the draft they're really interested in, even if they got him at number 4, they'd take him there, was Darius Garland, point guard from Vanderbilt. What are your thoughts on Darius Garland?
He went to Vanderbilt.
Okay, good enough. Jarrett Culver, what are your thoughts on Jarrett Culver at Texas Tech?
Well, I mean, before I say, like, he went to Vanderbilt, that's the whole statement, because, like...
What good Vanderbilt players are there?
Exactly. Like, give me Jeff Taylor.
What the fuck is that?
Exactly.
Okay.
He exists, I promise.
I believe you.
He played for the Bobcats. I believe he was their backup small forward there on their
Bobcats?
worst year. Like the lockout year.
Wow. Vanderbilt really coming in strong here. I love it.
Yeah. Too bad Bryce Drew, son of Homer Drew,
Oh.
couldn't get it done. Goddamn.
Damn. Cool. So you're not very big on Darius Garland.
Yeah, no,
Missed
not
the
at
whole
all.
season with injury. I'm not super high on
I
him.
like Culver.
No,
I just
you don't.
I like him. I think
He
he's a
doesn't
good
like him.
player. I just don't like him for the Bulls. I just
Okay.
don't like. We have a 2 guard.
Right.
We have a 3.
On a 1-year deal. That's the thing. That's what I don't want the Bulls to do, and that's the thing that I feel like bad teams do is they assume
Don't draft the best player on the board.
Exactly. They assume the best out of guys. So Otto Porter's going to take another step this year, and then he's going to re-sign with us. But if he fucking sucks this year, and then instead of taking Jarrett Culver, who's first team all rookie, you take like Rua Hachimura, then how do you feel?
We could talk about Rua Hachimura later. Just like
We will be talking about Rui Hachimura later. Don't you worry about that, Bisky.
All right.
He's going to be a Bull.
If the Bulls are going to draft somebody, and this is hoping for a lot, DeAndre Hunter's the
Yep,
guy we
knew
want.
you were going there.
100%, this is the guy we want, because I understand that we draft Chandler Hutchison. He hasn't worked out.
Not at all.
I know, guys. It's been 1 year, and he also didn't play very much. But he is somebody that I feel like we expect to take a step. He
You
play
can expect. I expect
the 2
nothing
and the
out of
3.
him.
Coming into the season, you should expect all your first-year players to come in and have gotten a little bit better.
At least a little bit. Yeah, just a tad.
Improve. Be able to take on a little bit more bulk of minutes. They're going to count on him. They spend a pick on him. They're going to count on him. So, until he can prove that he's, completely unusable, we're going to keep trying to...
How soon that'll be? Hopefully by week 2 of the season.
Well, I'm hoping that he'll be usable. That's what But, I think the big thing, you had DeAndre Hunter. He makes big shots. He plays defense. He blocks shots. He won the national championship game. That should be noted.
Yeah.
He was outstanding in that game.
Texas champion without DeAndre Hunter, for sure.
Yeah, and he's been good all season. He's just played in a team style. I feel like he's one of those guys that's really been kind of because of the way his team plays, he kind of gets underlooked.
But that's one of the reasons why I don't like him.
Because the way his team plays, he got underlooked?
When you play in college, and I think this is very important to notice that some colleges, especially some systems, some coaches are better at building NBA players than others. I'm going to name 2 of the greatest college coaches of all time. Who's better at building NBA players? John Calipari, Mike Krzyzewski.
I don't even know. They're both they're both very good.
No. It's John Calipari by a mile. Think of all of Mike Krzyzewski's top talent. Jabari Parker, bust. Jahlil Okafor, bust. I mean, besides Kyrie, who didn't even play the entire season under Mike Krzyzewski, who's the best Duke player right now? Jason Tatum?
Well, when you're putting out, he just constantly put out players. And you got to think, Mike Krzyzewski's been there forever. Any type of Duke player that's been there over the past 20 years is a player that you can count for him.
Hey, yeah,
So,
absolutely. But I mean, like which ones?
But here's the thing: is
Luol Deng?
Carlos Boozer. You can look at I'm just saying there's a bunch of.
Compared to John Calipari, though, that's nothing. John Calipari has Anthony Davis and Karl Anthony Towns and Devin Booker right now, who are all under the age of 27.
But the thing is
so
that
the question: who's better, John Calipari, for sure?
Knowing that John Calipari basically came out and said, and this is well known, that I am basically running an NBA. Get ready for the NBA camp. You come for 1 year, I prepare you for the NBA.
That's my point exactly. Yes.
But
thank you.
But Mike Krzyzewski doesn't do that, but he still has put out a lot of talent into the NBA.
Look at his record. Look at his record. I'm saying look at his record. Who are the best Duke players?
I'm saying if you're looking at people who they've put in the NBA, there's a ton of Duke players in the NBA.
But they don't end up working as well as some other teams.
Yeah, I'm just saying he's put out a lot of players.
Because he has top recruits.
Yeah, but like he puts out a lot of players. That's the only argument I'm making. I'm just saying like that's like.
But
you know,
the point is, players that play in that kind of style, they play in like the 2-3 style of defense and that zone defense in college, team style, don't really work on their ISO game, don't really create their own shots, they're more looking to only pass in college. They don't really work on those skills that, to me, translate to the NBA. So I look at like a lot of guys from Syracuse recently, like Michael Carter-Williams, let's say, who just came to the NBA and like first year was like, oh, this guy's really good, and then it's like, well, like can he continue that? And he couldn't continue that because he just didn't. Like, he wasn't built for it.
I don't think I can think of a Syracuse player that like has been good.
Yeah. How's Johnny Flynn doing?
I'm like even like I don't know if you remember Chris McCullough.
Yeah, he was the guy right next to Melo, right?
No,
that was
he's
McNamara.
Yeah, he's a little bit younger. The McCullough. He played for Brooklyn for a little bit. He was like a late first round pick, and he just did not do anything.
They don't. That's the thing about those Syracuse guys. I feel like those Virginia guys are going to be the same. I mean, who's the best player in the NBA for Virginia right now?
I don't know, but their program also hasn't been this good, you know? So, like...
I mean, you think like 4 years now almost. Well, they've been like at least a contender.
I know, but they never really had stars. Like they did. Like, I mean... Like, name a big Virginia star you can think of.
That's the point. Why are they not building stars? They're not building stars.
They're building a team, but at the same time, I feel like DeAndre Hunter... Like, he has the size, he has the athleticism, he's shown he can do these things in these games. He just plays in a system, so the system doesn't promote him scoring 18 points a game on 42% efficiency. It supports him scoring 14 points a game on 50% efficiency or 45% efficiency.
So is he going to be able to change that at the next level, do you think?
I think 100%. I think 100% because the way he plays fits into a style that plays in the NBA. Hit corner threes, drive the ball, make passes out of, like when you.
I feel like he should have been doing more of that then. I mean, I get it's the system, but like if he was that good, like I feel like he would have shown a little bit more. He was definitely their best player, but I mean, like I don't know. I personally don't.
Big players show up in big moments, and during that stretch going into the national championship game, and especially that national championship game, he came through and was their best player. Ty Jerome couldn't hit a fucking shot in that championship game. He kept like going for like layups and missing.
So besides DeAndre Hunter, we talked about Jared Culver very quickly. Yep. Who else are we looking at number 7? Do we talk about him now?
Goga Bizday. The man, the myth, the legend.
Not Goga Bizday. Do we talk about Rui Hachimura?
Well, I mean, I think you also have to look at Cam Reddish. I think he's going to go before that happens. I feel like the Knicks will get him.
You think he's going to go before 7?
Yeah, I think the
Knicks have a 3 pick. They're not going to take RJ Barrett.
Oh, no, RJ. They're going to pick RJ Barrett. I'm trying to remember. It was somebody else I was thinking.
Cavaliers. I see the Cavs taking him for sure.
Yeah, I just see somebody taking him because they're like, oh, he went to Duke, So like, it's.
You should listen to me on that one. Don't take Duke guys.
I like Duke guys, but
Duke guys don't like playing very well in the NBA though. I'm trying to tell you. So Cam Reddish is there. Rui Hachimura is there. I'm going to keep saying his name until we talk about him because it's Rui Hachimura. I'll hit that vape. Whoa, what? You didn't do that on the camera. What are you doing, dude?
I'm just trying to be a guy.
Right to the camera, right there.
I'm straight up going to look through this list because this is how sad.
I mean, it's really just not good after 3. So as you're looking that up, I also want to say that as a Bulls fan, I'm hoping they trade the pick, personally. I don't want any of those guys at 7.
What would be a good trade?
Well, I feel like there's 3 different trades they could do. So trade number 1, trade up in the draft. Trade number 2 is trade down, and trade number 3 is trade for a veteran. If you're trading up in the draft, I think that your capital is your first round pick next year, where if you think you get a good player in the draft, you're probably not going to pick in the top 10. And you kind of feel like that, like, hey, like, maybe we can be picking 12 to 16 next year instead of 7 again. So if you move up, I mean, you could use that pick, or Chris Dunn, Denzel Valentine. Those are both options for sure. Definitely guys that you can definitely move and feel like, cool, we can give up on Chris Dunn and get like Darius Garland, for example. I don't like that, but if you really like set on him, Chris Dunn in the 7 pick for Darius Garland, a team like Phoenix might be like, hey, we want like a gritty point guard and another pick or more capital or something like that for it.
All right. So I'm looking through these names.
Not very good.
Kobe White's one that comes up. It's
Nasir Little is another one that I'm thinking of.
Nasir Little, Sekou Demboya I've seen pretty high. I don't want him, but that's somebody I've seen high.
That's such a Bulls pick though. Fuck.
He's a development project.
Trash.
No matter what, he's a development project.
Yeah.
So like, Romeo Langford is one that I see constantly because he's
from the area.
Because he was good. He was like good in high school.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen Kevin Porter higher on people's lists. We should just go all out Talon Horton Tucker. That's the guy.
Okay, let's fucking do it.
Ayo Dosunmu. Just draft Kyle Guy. Do it. Draft Kyle Guy.
Please draft.
I dare you.
Draft Max Strus. With the 8 pick, please.
Draft the guy with the bleached hair from Virginia. He hit that overtime shot against Virginia or against
Texas Tech.
Purdue.
Oh, Purdue. That game, yeah. Okay, I'm okay with that.
All right. Trades, as far as trades go, if we trade up, there's definitely like Chris Dunn. We have.
I feel like the Lakers can be convinced to take like 7 and Denzel Valentine, or like maybe like 7 Valentine and Chris Dunn for the number 4 pick and like a lottery protected pick in like 2 or 3 years or something like that. Mostly because they want like D and 3 guys now around LeBron because they've realized that what they did last year does not work. LeBron James needs shooters. LeBron James needs guys who are going to hit threes when he kicks it out to him. They didn't have those guys last year, and they really struggled down the stretch. So I feel like Denzel Valentine may be like a more popular, a sexier piece to the Lakers than really anybody else.
Yeah, but
it's also Denzel Valentine, so I wouldn't.
Yeah, that's kind of my thing. Is it's Denzel Valentine, and his defense hasn't been particularly
really bad,
fantastic.
Really
so like
bad.
It's more like shaky 3, shaky D. Like it's like he's more like a 3F, which is lower than a 3 and D guy.
I like that. 3 and D minus.
3 and D minus. Yeah. If you want somebody who's going to shoot a lot of threes and try to play defense, Denzel Valentine's your guy. But
if you want a guy who succeeds, well, maybe not him. But I feel like the Lakers could be convinced to take like the 7 pick Dunn and Valentine. Just be like, hey, Chris Dunn will be like your point guard once Rajon Rondo leaves, and you can like build him up with LeBron. He's not a ball dominant guy; he's more of just a defender. Denzel Valentine can shoot some threes. You get him in the gym, just say, hey, don't worry about defense, don't worry about passing, don't worry about anything else. Just shoot the fucking ball when you get it. Maybe you can turn him into a guy, and then the 7 pick they can get a guy they still like, maybe like a DeAndre Hunter. They could go with a Dumboya. They could take Bol if they really wanted to. I don't really know what the fuck they'd want to do with the 7 pick.
Who,
but
the Bulls or
the Lakers.
The Lakers. I could see the Lakers trying to get like they might even trade back farther. Like I feel like if the Lakers make a deal, they're probably going to make like a 3-way deal because I'm assuming they want to get Anthony Davis or another superstar. So I could see the Bulls tacking their pick and some players onto a deal with multiple teams to get a higher, like to get a better player.
I can see that.
Like,
but other than that, I mean, I don't think the Knicks are going to move out from RJ Barrett. I think they're going to be like, okay, RJ Barrett, unless they move up and get,
unless they get like Anthony Davis, like unless
that's
they get,
also
so
true,
like that's like, but then again, like,
do you just make Zion and RJ Barrett as your
like
let's build around Zion and RJ Barrett. Duke did that, and then they
hired
they
fired.
They just hire Mike Krzyzewski as their coach. But Brian Dawkins, a safety.
Oh no, not Brian Dawkins. What's his name? The coach from Central Florida.
Fucking no, dude.
He played for Coach K. He's like the first. He was like the first.
Oh,
Brian Bowens.
Elton Brand.
Brian Bowens.
Oh, Carlos Boozer.
That's him. Yep, you got it. Spot on.
So trading up, I think really the only team that'll trade up. I think Memphis and New Orleans just like, holy fuck, we just won. Like, we're taking John Moran, Zion Williamson for sure. But I really believe that if you're going to move up as the Bulls, you move up to the Lakers. Moving back, I think, is a really good option. I think that this class from like 4 to like 25 is full of good, like solid players, potential to be good. Like, there's no superstars. We're not expecting any superstars.
There's a couple of guys that I see that I think would be good picks, but like, there's no way I'd pick them at 7. Like
sure.
Tyler Harrow, or like Keldon Johnson, or I like Goga Bizday. I feel like
20.
I feel like even Bol, if you're getting him past pick 15, is like, because for example, like if you're Boston and you have 12 first-round picks every year because you traded with the Nets, you fleeced them, like, would you not take a chance on that guy? Like, give him a whole year to recover. You have players that can play there, and then have him come back and do the, basically redshirt rookie year.
Yeah, no, I think it's a good idea, but I think the moving back is probably the better option for him.
Yeah.
Get a guy like you mentioned, those Keldon Johnson type players. You could even trade out and get a pick next year, to be honest. I'll be honest with you, I don't really know the rankings that well for the recruits next year, but
Nico Mannion.
All right, so if you want to get into the Nico Mannion sweepstakes, Garpax, here's how you do it. You trade out at number 7, you get a first-round pick next year, unprotected, of course. I feel like there's got to be a team that would be like, yeah, sure, let's fucking do it. But, like, right on the fringe. Like, maybe, like, I don't know, like, maybe, like, the Orlando Magic are just like, hey, like, playoff team last year, let's add another lottery pick to our young core right now. That's basically adding another player, but you don't have to spend the money, and they can't leave your small, shitty market where your only economy is Disney World. And maybe they go out like, hey, our fucking answer right now is DeAndre Hunter or Cam Reddish. Let's go unprotected first next year. And then if you're Garpax, maybe get lucky and that ends up being like top 10 pick.
Yeah.
Obviously, you try to get something else because if they're like almost a playoff team, you're not just going to take the number 20 pick next year for the number 7 pick this year. But like, even if you could like, fuck it, dude, maybe the Magic after like one offseason, they're like, yeah, no, Markelle Fultz not going to happen. Get Markelle Fultz in a first round pick next year. I'll take it.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind.
So trading back an option, or like veteran, like they'd probably go for a point guard if they're trading for a veteran. Going like I said, I don't like this like methodology, but like, hey, we have 4 starters at shooting guard, small forward, power forward, and center. So we just need to get a point guard. And of course, the name going around is Lonzo Ball.
Yeah, I don't see a way that the Lakers GM, and by that I mean LeBron, is going to trade him. So, like, he likes him. He said multiple times that he likes him. Yeah. Like, if LeBron doesn't like somebody, he says nothing about them.
For sure.
So, like, that's my big thing. And he said he likes playing with him. He's one of those point guards that does a little bit of everything. He's kind of like, he's like Chris Dunn, but I think he's a little bit better than Chris Dunn.
He's definitely better than Chris Dunn.
And, can shoot the 3-ball, rebound, assist, like
rebounds, assists,
do a little bit of everything.
Very good defender. Yeah, I think that on a team like the Bulls right now, they have their Otto Porter, Zach LaVine, and Lauri Markkanen. They're going to make shots and score. You could okay with Wendell Carter and Lonzo Ball at the 1 and 5, where it's like, hey, we have somebody who's going to defend the perimeter elite and defend the interior elite and let everyone else score.
Yeah, absolutely.
Any other players off the top of your head you could think of the Bulls might be able to trade for and get especially if they're looking for a point guard, like they probably will be?
I feel like a team you might be able to look at is the Pelicans. They could see, like, okay, we're getting rid of Anthony Davis. They could look to just go like, all right, we're going to go, if we're going to get Zion Williamson, he's going to be the centerpiece, but we're going to just put all new talent around him. They might be willing to give us Drew Holiday.
Ooh, wow, okay.
For like Chris Dunn, Denzel, and the pick. Would you not do that?
I would not do that.
Why not?
For a 30-year-old point guard?
For a guy who's on a 1-year deal who's a lot better and like gives us a chance to be better next year?
For the number 7 pick in the draft and 2 players?
That we
absolutely
don't even
not.
use?
No, never.
He's better, and I feel like he's the type of guy that point guards,
especially on a 1-year deal. I mean,
point
if
guards
you're getting
in
a veteran
this league
point guard,
last
you would have to get a veteran point guard and probably a pick back. Like, this might be one of the things where it's like, I could for sure see, like we mentioned Boston a little bit ago, Boston being like, hey, like, we'll give you Terry Rozier in one of our like later first round picks. Like, that's an option. But like, giving up the number 7 pick and 2 other players for a point guard who's 30 years old and had an up and down career, not for that at all.
I think he's in the prime of his career right now. He's easily one of the most underrated players in the league.
I mean, I will agree he's underrated, but I just don't think giving up a like mid to high lottery pick and 2 players is worth it for that.
But I feel like we have great players at each position besides point guard, so I feel like that gives us what we need. Like 100%. So, I mean, and then the combined of the rookie contracts of those two, and then what the cost of the number 7 pick would be. I definitely think we could do that for that, and then a pick next year, maybe, like a protected pick.
If we get a pick next year, like, that's one thing. I might be okay with that, especially if they're like, hey, we're going to mortgage right now to build around this new superstar.
And then you could say, I feel like even then protected picks would become, I think those are going to become more obsolete, because as you've seen, like, clearly being a tanking team doesn't mean anything. Like, if the Bulls had a top 5 protected pick next year and they're like, oh, we're going to be top 5, or I'm saying for this year, then the team would have gotten our pick, you know, if they'd been traded with us this season.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so
let's just go out there on a limb then. Who are the Bulls taking? What are the Bulls going to do with the pick? What do you think? Are they going to trade or keep?
I think they're going to do exactly what everybody thinks they're going to do, and they're going to draft Rui Hachimura. That is exactly what's going to happen.
Dude, I'm so for it. I think Rui Hachimura is best, like, really good player, man. I think that dude, you don't see a lot of players with his background in the NBA.
Yeah.
Went through a lot, of course, growing up.
Yep.
That's what I was referring to there.
Yeah, he
brings a different, almost like, I feel like he almost brings like an international flair. Like, you know, like some of those players kind of have that like Euro game to them. He kind of has like an international flair to his game personally.
Yeah, he has that Asian flair. He's got that Kung Pao chicken style of basketball, you know?
I can go for some like sesame chicken right now or something, honestly.
Oh, actually. It's been in my car for a couple days,
What?
but you can try it out if you want to.
We got sesame chicken, dude. This is great.
I also got beef lo mein.
Dude, this is great. And we actually, we went inside earlier. We got some. I brought a fork actually because I knew that we were probably gonna do something with food. This is a really good idea, man. What do you got?
I got my hands.
I meant food wise.
Oh, I got beef lo mein.
Lo mein. Wow. Cool. This is great, man. You're really gonna eat lo mein with your. Wow. Okay. That's interesting.
All right, this is the segment of the show where we just talk about how excited we are to have Rui Hachimura.
Cannot wait for Rui Hachimura to be a Bull. Where'd you get this from?
From Sesame Chicken. That's the name of the place.
Is it really?
Mm-hmm.
That's fucking gross, man. Whatever you're doing right there.
Are you kidding me? Look at this. I've been attacked.
Mm-hmm.
That is disgusting to just have food on your skin.
I would agree with that.
Nothing
Yeah.
protecting it. I might as well just eat with my hands. It's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, food on bare skin, worst thing ever. I bet Rui Hachimura really likes sesame chicken.
Dude, we're fucked.
We are fucked. No, we're not fucked. As
You know
Bulls
what?
fan, we're getting Rui Hachimura.
You know what? I'm gonna do what I did with the Cubs to the Bulls. I'm a Milwaukee Bucks fan now. Fuck the Bulls. I'm fully a Bucks fan.
Fuck you, Garpax, bitches.
It's fucking redonkulous.
It is.
Fucking redonkulous.
Uh-huh. The sesame chicken really hits.
Oh, that's good. I'm glad.
You want one?
Oh no, I'm good, man. I'm just thinking about.
So what color Rui Hachimura jersey will you get when he gets drafted by the Bulls?
I'm only gonna get one if he gets drafted by the Bucks. Watch, we're gonna make this video and then talk about how Rui Hachimura sucks. He's gonna get drafted by the Bucks, and then he's gonna be like, it's gonna be like a Giannis coming from one wing and a Giannis coming from the other wing.
Well, they're both. No. They both have outside influences, outside the country influences.
Mm-hmm.
So I can for sure see Rui Hachimura's family just being like big into sesame chicken, Mongolian beef maybe. I don't know why. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Are we even saying his name right?
I only.
Okay, so
I can't really tell you to be honest.
so what do you think Jerry Reinsdorf will call Rui Hachimura in like the press conference?
Oh,
Roy Hachimura. I thought your name was Murray, like Bill Murray. No, it's Hachimura. Oh,
I can see that. I can see like Rui Hachimura, like forgetting the A and the I.
yeah. Man, we're so fucked.
We really are.
I lost my appetite for this Chinese food just because. Like,
I'm gonna eat Chinese food every day the rest of my life. When the Bulls were free.
all I wanted was for us to be good.
That's all I wanted.
we talked about this at the beginning of last season. We're like, dude, we're in such a good place. It's
We're
gonna be
getting Zion.
awesome.
We're getting Zion.
The season's gonna be great, bro. Like, I think we could, like, low key probably be pretty good, you know. And then now we're like, this team sucks. I hate my life.
And fuck Garpax.
Yeah.
What team should I bandwagon? Dude, I'm all in on the Blazers. Fuck it.
I like the Blazers. I was going to say
Fucking Dame
Nuggets are a
time.
good team too.
Dame time. Dude, Nikola Jokic, best center in the NBA. For sure.
I guess I could
There's
agree.
no question. Who's better?
Anthony Davis.
He's a power forward.
No, he's not.
Oh, no, certainly it's power
He
forward.
plays center.
I would still take Nikola Jokic over him.
You're drunk.
Who's been farther in the playoffs?
Who has a good team around him?
He has Jamal Murray around him. Paul Millsap. Who's played with another superstar before and couldn't even make the playoffs? Anthony Davis.
What superstar did he play with?
Marcus Cousins.
Yeah, I know, but it's DeMarcus Cousins.
That's DeMarcus Cousins. You're putting your seatbelt on. We rolling out, man?
No, I just need to buckle in for this next season because it's going to be a rough one.
All right. Rui Hachimura all 2019, man. Whatever team Rui Hachimura gets drafted to, that's what team I'll bandwagon. Because they're going to immediately be championship contenders.
I'm going to cry.
Fucking, at least cry on camera so we get content.
Fuck!
That tasted good, man. I wonder if when Rui Hachimura belches, like just randomly, if that's what he tastes, the Mongolian chicken. Bisky's crying, man. Look at this.
All I wanted was DeAndre Hunter.
Hey, buddy. Fuck Garpax.
And now we're going to get Rui Hachimura. We're a guy who's never played a college game before.
I like Rui Hachimura.
It's the worst day of my life.
This is the worst day of your life.
Yeah.
Wow. Well,
Even
kudos to you
worse-
for living a good life, man.
Even worse than the day when my dick got caught in my zipper. No, just kidding. Double doink was worse.
Oh yeah, double dunk was definitely worse. Yeah. Hey, Philly got beat with quadruple doink though in the end, so karma really fucking.
Quadruple doink.
That just means that now the Cubs are gonna win the World Series off of a foul pole doink against the Blue Jays, just to make everything a walk-off home run, just to like make everything come full circle. You know, Philly beats Chicago, Toronto beats Philly, Chicago beats Toronto.
Okay.
You're over it now.
I have one more game we should play on this show.
Okay, let's fucking do
It's
it.
going to be called Who is the Best Player Left in the NBA Playoffs, minus anybody who's on the Warriors.
Damian Lillard.
You're severely wrong.
It's Giannis. Nope, just kidding. It's fucking Kawhi
I was
Leonard.
about to say Kawhi Leonard.
Dude, fuck
my
it.
number
Tonight's
one.
game one of the Bucks-Raptors series. I'm sorry, Bisky, but I'm calling it right now. Raptors in 6.
Raptors in 6.
Raptors in 6.
You think so?
Kawhi Leonard's gonna shut that fool down. He's gonna be the Greek bitch.
I think I'm gonna say Bucks in 5.
I could see it that way. I could see it either way, but I'm just gonna go on a limb. I'm just gonna fucking say Raptors.
I think Milwaukee is so much deeper than anybody could even realize.
Well, yeah, I mean the Raptors don't have Pat Connaughton.
Exactly.
Exactly.
And they don't even have a Nico Mirotic.
Oh, they don't. I forgot.
And
The
they
Bucks
don't even
Nico.
have an injured Pau Gasol. Can we talk about the real matchup, which is really going to be Pau Gasol and Marc Gasol?
Can you give me a
Both of
thumbs
these
up on the
superstars.
hat, please? Can we give a real one for like a thumbnail? There we go. Perfect.
That wasn't a good thumbnail.
Oh, you messing around like that? No, it was not. But anyways, yeah.
I'm using this for my tears.
Interesting.
Or we can just do some good old Bisky and Tates humor.
I know what he's doing.
Oh man, it's been a rough one. Oh damn. Yeah.
Luckily, it's your Carla catching fire, not mine.
Get a fucking oh yeah. Hold on. You guys want me to teach you a trick?
Oh, we're getting it. We gotta do it to the camera so they can see.
Alright guys, this is how you make a crack lighter. There's gonna be if you pull the top off of these types of lighters, there's a
Camera's
little
over there.
oh I forgot. There's a little like the thing that you can use to switch the how strong it is. you can flip it up and make the stream stronger than the limiter will allow you to make it, which allows you
to then do this.
Make a crack lighter. Perfect.
Let's see it.
For crack.
Perfect for if you like crack. I can just hear it. Oh my god. Oh.
Here, hold on. Give me a second. Give me a sextant.
Wow. That's fucking impressive.
Yep, for all the crack needs that you may have. It's funny because you could see the thing in the bottom, like how quickly it goes.
Oh shit, yeah. You can't see on camera, but I saw it.
Pretty sweet, huh?
There you go.
All right, now I'm gonna burn my eyebrows off.
Well, you enjoy your now crack lighter. Don't get into crack. Don't do drugs.
This was Crafts with Bisky and Tates.
Next week we're going to show you how to take perfectly fine cocaine and crack it. And then you'll have your entire thing. You'll be able to make the lighter. You could actually make the crack. It'll be perfect.
All right, I'm going to show you how to make a crack spoon. First, you do this, and then...
Come on, let's go. Let's go. Wow. You actually can't see it, but that actually there was... Oh my god, it bent it. Show them the spoon. Look at this shit. See, look, you got the little bend in there. You can see like the little wow.
Pretty sweet.
Wow. It's not hot either. There you go.
Oh, it is hot.
Oh, get that shit away from me. What the fuck are you? Stop it. Stop. Fucking stop. I'm gonna fucking punch you. Trying to burn me with your crack spoon?
My plastic crack spoon.
Alright, well...
You're lucky it's not a metal spoon.
Let me just say one last time, Ryu Hachimura, we ate the sesame chicken in honor of you. I don't know why we would choose to eat sesame chicken in honor of Ryu Hachimura. It just doesn't really make sense. I can't think of one reason.
We're fucked.
We're fucked.
I'm trying to find... I usually have something to say about everything. I usually do.
Never shut the fuck up, actually, yeah.
And I can't think of a... We're fucked. We are royally and viciously fucked.
Nice. Dude, and at this point, I've gone so long without any action that I'm okay with this.
All we can do is pray that our second round pick is like a hidden gem.
Chandler Hutchinson.
All right, now I'm gonna... Just leave me be.
What the fuck? I think that does it for this week's show, man. How about you?
I'm sleeping.
Okay. Well, that's Sleepy Bisky. He woke up. As a final reminder, Bisky and Tates podcast. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter. Look up Bisky and Tates. Follow us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Follow our YouTube channel. We're putting stuff on YouTube now. Like this episode will be on YouTube because it's a video. How cool is that? High five. 2019, guys.
We're gay.
This is not weird.
We're fucking gay.
We are fucking gay.
And it's not offensive because we are gay.
And it's 2019 and that's okay. Also, I'm not gay, so women, if you're watching, please, just message the
I'm
show.
gay, but don't tell my dad.
Don't tell his dad. Yes. So that's Bisky. This is Tates. This is our partnership.
And this is Cracky the Crack Spoon.
And this is Ryu Hachimura's favorite food, sesame chicken.
We love you, Rui.
We do.
I can't wait for you to be on my team, Roy.
Yeah, Rue.
I'm just imagining the Jim, the Jim Boylan call. Hey, Roy, real excited to have you on the team. Heard you're from China. You know, I think you have some black in you, so you'll probably be pretty good on defense.
That's probably what Jim Boylan would say. For the record, those are not Bisky and Tate's opinions.
That's what Jim Boylan would say.
Thinks.
Yeah, Jim Boylan.
Oh, and one last thing before we sign off. Fuck guard packs. That's Bisky. I'm Tates. We are out.